In the Kundalini awakening itself, there are inherent defects. Inherently, the Kundalini has some defects because of your previous karmas. Because what you have been doing in this lifetime. Because the things that you have accepted as reality, which is just a concept. Because when you have not known the absolute, whatever you will be doing, there will be a little of ignorance with it. Whatever you have done in darkness will have a particle of darkness in it. Everyone is going to be judged through Kundalini awakening. But one has to deal with the people who are in the center. They are looking towards good, but have something hanging on to them, which is not so good. So for these people, there are inherently some defects in the Kundalini, which we must understand. The first of them is bad health. Physical bad health, actual physical bad health. In the same way, according to the countries, Sthana Vishesh as they call it, you have your problems. Like in our country, we have some problems. Like in your country, you have certain problems. So the physical problems are according to the country where you have taken your birth. Every country has a variety by which you suffer a certain amount of setback in your health. So for a Sahajayogi, one should know that health is a very important thing, because this body is the temple of God and one has to look after your health. And you know also, when the Kundalini rises, the first thing that happens that your health improves because of the parasympathetic fulfillment. Because parasympathetic gives you enlightenment which flows into sympathetic and your health improves. So this is one of the greatest hurdles you have got, is the vyadhi, is the bodily ailments. And the bodily element also should not take you down too much. If we have some problem, forget it. Gradually it will improve. With some people it takes time to get all right. But the main thing is to get to your spirit. So do not always say, Mother, cure me, cure me, cure me. But just say, Mother, give me the spiritual life. And you will be cured automatically. It may take time in some people. Doesn't matter. You have been sick all your life. Doesn't matter. A little more time. Health will improve gradually, as I have told you. But attention should be on your spirit. Attention should be on your spirit, because it is the attention which goes into these various directions and gets stuck up. You just allow it to work out and it will work out. The second hurdle which I feel is called as a karmanyata, or snat they call it. Means a person does not want to work it out. Of course, those people who are useless, who do not want to have realization, forget about them. But even after getting realization, it's an innate problem with people that they do not want to work it out. They are lazy. In simple words, they are lazy. This is what exactly happens in Sahaja when people come here. They get their realization, they feel the cool breeze, and it's lost again. The reason is they do not want to work it out. This is another danger, a karmanyata. Then when it is lost, after 1 year they'll come back, Mother, we don't believe in it, but I have got some pain in the stomach, will you cure me? These powers are all within you. This is your property. This is the property of your spirit which is there inside, which is about to manifest, but because of certain hurdles that you accept that it does not. This is akarmanyata, we can say, which is not working it out, not knowing about it, not understanding it. What is Sahaja is, how to manipulate this, what are these vibrations are, how it works out. People just say, oh, it's too much. Because they don't want to face the reality. Because as soon as your kundalini comes up, as soon as the light comes in, before the eyes are closed, you see, suddenly the light comes in. You don't want to open your eyes. Because too much we have been sleeping. Even if you open your eyes a little bit, oh God, we don't want to face the light. Because you are identified with that state, you do not want to open your eyes. Kundalini opens your eyes, no doubt, but again you close it down. So it is in your freedom to give up that akarmanyata. Now this is also, can be very collective. I can tell you this much. It's a very big disease which spreads. Even if you are in the moon, still you may start with the third danger which is there. Is sanshaya. Is the doubting. I don't know how to describe this madness of doubting. For example, out of all of you who have been here, I would say at least, I don't know how much percentage, have come out with the second day a very great statement. Still I am doubting. Is that the sign of wisdom? What are you doubting? What have you found out so far? From where does this come? Is Mr. Ego, about which I have given lectures after lectures. Is Mr. Ego that is doubting it? Because he doesn't want you to find the absolute. You are identified with your ego and you do not want to find it because this Mr. Ego has been guiding your life throughout. And now you want to doubt. Doubt what? What are you doubting? You felt the cool breeze, all right? Sit down there. They will see the kundalini rising with their eyes. They will see it pulsating, rising, breaking here. Still they'll sit down and say, I'm doubting. Now who are you? How far have you reached? Why are you doubting? What are you doubting? What have you known so far about yourself? Now humble down yourself at this point. Humble down in your heart. No, I have not known myself. I have to know myself. I have not known myself. I haven't got the absolute. With what instrument I am doubting? This is one of the greatest hurdles of Kundalini awakening and in after awakening, called as Sanshaya. The fourth one we can call it as Pramad, is the one by which we go on faltering all the time. Foolish questions. I mean, there are certain things one has to follow. If you are going on the road, you see, you are used to, say, continental driving. So always you turn on the wrong side. But in London, you will be arrested. In the same way, so far you have been doing continental driving. Now you are in London. So you better take to the ways of Londoners and understand the roads and the maps and the regulations. Follow them. But you are doubting it. That's the main point. Then you don't want to follow it. These two things go hand in hand. Doubt mistakes that we commit throughout. Because we are doubting, that's why we do not take it up seriously. We do not understand it, the rule of the road, and we just start driving. And then we have accidents. And then when we have accidents, we blame Mataji for that. That is a very, very common thing that happens, that we blame Sahaja Yoga. We blame that spontaneous happening within us. We never take the blame upon ourselves that no, I must have done this mistake. All right, doesn't matter if I make mistakes, I will rectify. It's all right. Mother is forgiving, no doubt. I forgive. But sometimes my forgiveness is also of no use, because unless and until you realize that it was a mistake, you should go this way, instead of that you have gone that way. So rule of the road is to be understood. That is the one comes to us called as pramad. After that, we have another inherent problem, is called as brahmadarshan, hallucinations. We start seeing hallucinations, especially with people who take LSD and all the such things. They don't see me sometimes, they just see light. Or any such hallucinations you see of the future or of the past. They may see me as something else and they may see me as something else. If you see me in dreams is all right, or see something in dreams is all right, but you start seeing some things, that's called as brahmadarshan. Brahma means illusion. Then you start developing illusions. But the worst part of it is that people start telling lies about it. I know about everyone. And when this brahmadarshan starts, it's the most dangerous thing, about vibrations also. Then the another thing comes is Vishaya-chitta, in which the attention is attracted by objects of your previous identification. Like your attention has been, you say, I'm very fond of cricket. All right, you are. But you should not be a sick person. I mean, cricket doesn't mean that you become a cricket bat. And you are good for nothing, for anything else. For all practical purposes, you are dead. That kind of craziness, for anything whatsoever, gets your attention into a very wrong state and is also not good for all the SahajaYogis. Today's lecture is more for the SahajaYogis. So I am pointing out what are the inherent dangers of sustaining our realization, which is very important to understand. Now the two other very big dangers which we suffer from, apart from that the people get possessed and get ideas into their heads. They start singing songs, this, that. Sometimes I am so embarrassed, I don't know what to say. I can see a devil speaking through them, but I just don't know how to tell them that, oh, please stop. Then there are two more stages in which a kundalini which rises also falls down. This is an inherent danger in a person. Many people have asked me that, Mother, if we get realization, does it stay? It does stay, part of it. Sometimes it is very thin part of it. Sometimes the whole thing is sucked back. It is sucked back. If so, then you will say, then we start doubting. It comes through many problems like gurus and going to wrong places, also going to spirits and doing all black magic, and also bowing before people who are not incarnations, worshipping wrong type of deities, and also doing mad rituals. Last danger that we have, which one should know, that you start feeling that you have become God or some like an incarnation or something. This is the biggest danger. And then you start taking law into your own hands and start rebuking others or doing all kinds of high-handed business, or getting over self-satisfied with yourself. This is a very big danger. Humility is the only way to know that there's an ocean before you. You have got into the boat, all right, but you have to know a lot, you have to understand a lot, and you have to still attend to your attention, to your chitta, to your awareness, and you have to still work it out in such a way that you really establish yourself as a full-fledged Sahajogi, by which collectivity becomes a part and parcel of your being, by which you have no doubts left. From thoughtless awareness, you jump into doubtless awareness. Unless and until that happens within you, is not mine, but is a state in which only the Kundalini will rise whenever you raise your hands. And that's why it is important that don't get bloated with the idea that you have all the powers of the world already manifesting. Never. When these powers really manifest, you are really not aware of them. Absolutely. May God bless you all.